தாயின் மணி கொடி பாரே அதை தாழ்ந்து பணிந்து புகழ்ந்திடவாரே தாயின் மணி கொடி பாரே.
My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Good morning to all of you, Kannamma. Today it is a very important day in the history of India. 75 years before, how did we manage to get independence to this country? That everybody knows about it. I needn't have to explain at all. Today we are very proudly celebrating the 75th Independence Day celebration. Our Honorable Prime Minister of the country will hoist the flag in the Red Fort. So everybody is looking forward to see the march and how people proudly participate in the function. Unfortunately, we are not able to go to the respective place to celebrate it. You are also not in a position to come to school and celebrate Independence Day. So all that is really making us feel very upset, because by now we would have planned a lot of activities for you, and then you also would have participated in singing patriotic songs and giving speeches or maybe enacting and doing so many things to recall the past. So this celebration is to really we have to honor the people and remember all those people who cost their lives for the country with great respect and reverence. We have a big list of people who really toiled hard to get independence. I have read some books where the volunteers used to go from door to door, and then how were they communicating with the people who were not even knowing what was happening in the vast country. The volunteers who were really impressed with the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. So that book tells about how they were toiling hard and staying in small villages and working hard along with our father of nation, and they admired the way in which he was planning his kind of schedule every day. He was staying in a very small hut in a village and working and planning how to go about with that. During the time of Quit India movement, he was very particular to go to each and every part of the country and make the people get awareness that how do they have to join together and work together to see that we are going to make this Quit India movement possible. Indian விழித்தில், அதாவது இந்த இளையர்களை வெளியேற்றுவதற்காக நாம் என்ன செய்ய வேண்டும்? அதுதான் ஒத்துழையாமை இயக்கம், civil disobedience movement he started. He did not want to fight with arms and ammunition. He wanted to fight against the British by not giving the full whatever cooperation to them. That is why it's a non-cooperation movement, this civil disobedience movement. And finally, when he was not able to tolerate their kind of atrocities, or maybe their kind of things and the way in which they were postponing year after year, then only this Quit India movement started. So why am I telling all this? Because young children like you should know the glory and the past of your country. Such a beautiful country with so much of cross cultured, and you should be very proud about your kind of tradition, culture, and you are all born in the land of Buddha and Gandhi. So such people wanted peace and harmony. They wanted all people live together without having any differences in their minds. And today people are creating such kind of feeling in the name of caste and creed, or maybe in the name of religion. That is the reason why Dr. Ambedkar beautifully presented a constitution which talks about the secularism in the country. How do we have to be secular and respecting all the people's feeling, their religion, their kind of practices and rituals and everything, to see that we are all going to be under the banner India. We all call ourselves, whatever may be the differences in our language or whatever it is, and we are all Indians. That kind of a feeling we have to give it to each and everyone. That is what ஒற்றுமை உணர்வோடு வாழ வேண்டும். ரைட்? ஒன்றுபட்டால் உண்டு வாழ்வு, ஒற்றுமை நீங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் தாழ்வு. சோ ஒற்றுமை என்பது வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியம். அப்பதான் வந்து இந்த வெளிய சக்திகள் நம்மை அண்ட முடியாது. இப்பவே பாக்குறோம் நம்ம சைனீஸ் லைக் பீப்புள் உடைய கைண்ட் ஆஃப் லைக் தேர் like coming and disturbing us, and they are bringing their army and ammunition, and one side like Pakistan's interference, and all that can be really solved only when we try to be together. So unless and otherwise we are going to be together without giving importance to this and that, we are Indians, it's my country. That is the reason why you all say every day in the assembly, India is my country, all Indians are my brothers and sisters. I love my country. Unless and otherwise you love your country, you cannot do anything for your country. Education is the means to achieve greater heights for the country. Unless and otherwise each and every one educates themselves, they will be able to work together and see that they promote the values of this country. Unless and otherwise we have such a kind of a coming together. There is no point in celebrating Independence Day. There is no point in hoisting the flag. There is no point in having the ceremonial kind of like the things, whatever is happening. So we need to be very strong in our values. We need to be very strong in unity, sovereignty and integrity. Unless and otherwise we are going to have these kind of a quality, we will not be able to achieve greater heights in the world arena. So people are looking at us like whether we will be able to like come up or whatever it is, and some of them deliberately create problems among people. All that people like you are all going to be the leaders of tomorrow. So what do you have to do? How do you have to do? We are born in, especially in Tamil Nadu, we had great like leaders like V.O. Sidambaram Pillai, Subramaniya Bharatiyar, Shiva, like Satyamurthy, like you had even like Rani, like whatever like in a small like kind of a place, Velu Nachiyar, and all they have demonstrated their utmost kind of like love for their country. They wanted to drive the forces which is really like creating problem. So many were massacred, so many were killed. Jallianwala Bagh is one incident that nobody can forget. Such a kind of a tragedy happened to the people. So you will have to remember Bharatiya's songs were so instrumental. It was so inspiring. It was motivating the youngsters to come forward to take up this kind of like major struggle, like to unite together and see that like ஆடுவோமே பள்ளு பாடுவோமே ஆனந்த சுதந்திரம் அடைந்து விட்டோம் என்று. அப்பவே சுதந்திரம் வாங்குறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே he was really jubilant. பண்ணே கண்டிப்பா உழவுக்கும் தொழிலுக்கும் வந்தனை செய்வோம், நீங்கள் உண்டு கழித்திருப்போரை நிந்தனை செய்வோம் என்று சொன்னார். சோ அப்பேற்பட்டவர் மனிதர்கள் மகான்கள் வாழ்ந்த இந்த நாடு நாம் எப்படி இருக்க வேண்டும், நம்முடைய கொள்கைகள் எப்படி இருக்க வேண்டும், இந்த நாம் படிக்கின்ற அந்த பாடத்தின் மூலமாக நல்ல மனித நேயத்தை கற்றுக்கொண்டு, அதுதான் நம்முடைய மகாத்மா ஸ்கூல். We want to give you the values, we want to give you the character building, we want to tell you the stories of the past, we want to talk about the people who really struggled so hard to unite this country. Well, you will have to talk about the Bismarck of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. How did he go from door to door, and he wanted all the people to come out and unite the nation, like based on the languages. That is how today we are, to a certain extent, we are all safe because of this kind of a tireless like work. And how Vinoba went on foot from one region to another region and asking the Jamindars and other people to give the excess land to the landless laborers, all that in order to bring in the equality, or bring in the kind of welfare state. And that is the welfare state. Everybody needs to have like kind of means to lead their life. So all such things were done to see that the people, they did not think about their family, they did not think about themselves, they did not think about anything else. They wanted to surrender totally for the cause of the nation. Such kind of a surrender only will help. So looking at Gandhiji's demonstration, many world leaders took that as their policy. If you take like the leaders of the other world, they mention Gandhiji's way of doing it without arms and ammunition, without having like other ways of doing it. He was really protesting it with with such a kind of tolerance. That's very important. He wanted to highlight the truth, the non-violence, and then like the sincerity and all that. That quality only has liberated the country from this kind of problem. So we will have to really honor, worship all these people, Kanna. Not only honoring, worshipping. Today India has completed 75 years of after independence, and we are marching towards a better tomorrow. We have improved a lot because of the architects Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He wanted to have a modern India, including science and technology, and how did he bring in 5 years plans and everything. So one thing I want to tell at this time, all these people, they struggled hard to make our country a popular country, a very good country where we always talk about the values and culturally we are very strong. When you go around the country, you can see what a lot of architecture, what a lot of things are done by the people, our earlier rulers and people. When they defeat an enemy, they always in order to commemorate their victory, they were doing a lot of monuments, and all the monuments today, it is giving us a very good foreign exchange, because the people from other part of the world, they come and visit all these monuments which are not there in their country at all. So all these are done by our forefathers. They have done it without the selfless kind of sacrifice. They have done it with so much of love for their country, because we were under the clutches of all these foreign rule for centuries together. Earlier, the Islam rule, and Mughals came, and after that, the British, all the European countries, one after the other. So this is, even then, we were very tolerant towards all that, and agreed all that religions and everything, and we have woven a beautiful mosaic of culture here with the inclusions of all that. So for that, we will have to thank God for giving us such kind of a tolerance. So we will all have to live together, and we have to love each other, and we will have to promote this country. It is all in the hands of youngsters like you, because you are all going to become prominent, beautiful, very good leaders tomorrow. So you need to have that feeling that I am going to be a part of this country. I am a part of this country, and I have got so much to do, and I am responsible for this society. Through my education, I will definitely serve this country and make my people feel comfortable in the society. So all that should be remembered when we celebrate the 75th Independence Day. Because independence has come to the country. What is to be, how to protect it and how to safeguard it. And in order to make it very, very good, what kind of a responsibility do we all have to hold in our mind, in our action and everything, and see that we are going to make India a beautiful country. All the best, my Kanna. God bless you all. Once again, I wish you all a happy Independence Day.
The famous musician Bob Marley once said that freedom is the oxygen of the soul. Yet, every year we witness the Prime Minister of our nation hoisting the national flag, armored with bulletproofs and black hats, holding their rifles to protect him. The same day, when we exchange sweets to commemorate the National Independence Day, on the other end of the nation, there are many versions of Indian George Floyds, Hasifas, Nirbhayas and Hasinis who are forced upon their dignity to racist, religious extremists, rapists and lecherous perverts. Are we really independent? A nation can never be considered independent unless and until each and every citizen of the country can enjoy all the rights, laws and privileges that are offered by the Constitution of the nation. And that is because the freedom of an individual citizen is directly proportional to the freedom of a nation. My dear friends, let's celebrate the National Independence Day by accepting the truth that we are not still independent and our freedom is crippled with jealousy, judgments, intolerance, inequality and favoritism. Thank you.
அவையோருக்கு வணக்கம். சிரம் தாழ்ந்த வணக்கம் என்று கூறவே விருப்பம். இருப்பினும் சுதந்திரம் என்ற சொல்லை நேற்று முதல் சிந்தித்த செருக்கால் ஆகஸ்ட் மாதம் என்றவுடனே வரும் தேச துடிப்பால் யாருக்கும் சிரம் தாழ்ந்து மறுக்கும் என் இன வளர்ப்பால், இந்திய வளர்ப்பால் சிரம் தாழ்த்தாமல் வணங்குகிறேன் என் அவையே. மகாத்மா என்ற பெயருள்ளதாலோ என்னவோ சுதந்திரம் மீது ஈர்ப்பு கொண்டு சுதந்திரம் என் பார்வையில் என்று சுதந்திரமாய் பேச வாய்ப்பளித்தமைக்கு நன்றிகள் பல. சுதந்திரம் என் பார்வையில், என் பார்வையில் சுதந்திரம். சிறைப்படுத்தினால் சினம் கொண்டேறு, சீறி பாய்ந்து வெளியேறு என்ற மண்ணில் பிறந்ததால் கருவில் இருக்கும் போதே கருவறையை சிறையென நினைத்து முட்டி மோதி தொப்புள் கொடி விடுத்து வெளியேறியதில் தொடங்கியது என் சுதந்திரம். கைப்பிடித்து நடந்தால் கட்டுப்பட்டதாக எண்ணி கையை விடுத்து கைவீசி நடந்ததில் தொடங்கியது என் சுதந்திரம். 3 ஆண்களின் மத்தியில் பிறந்தாலும் முத்தாய்ப்பான பெண்ணாய் வளர்ந்ததில் இருந்தது என் சுதந்திரம். அடங்கி இருப்பது என் சுதந்திரம் அல்ல, அடங்காமல் இருப்பதும் என் சுதந்திரம் அல்ல. மற்றவரின் அடக்குமுறைக்கு ஆளாகாமல் இருப்பது என் சுதந்திரம். தனிமையில் இனிமை காண்பதல்ல என் சுதந்திரம். என் தனிமையையும் என் இனத்தின் இனிமைக்காக, என் இந்திய இனத்தின் இனிமைக்காக மாற்றுவதில் இருக்கிறது என் சுதந்திரம். தனியாக செல்வது என் சுதந்திரம் அல்ல, தனியாக சென்றாலும் வழி தவறாமல் செல்வதில் இருக்கிறது என் சுதந்திரம். கட்டுப்படாமல் நடப்பதல்ல என் சுதந்திரம். யாருக்கும் கட்டுப்படாமல் நடப்பதல்ல என் சுதந்திரம். கட்டுப்படாமல் இருந்தாலும் எனக்குள்ள கடமையை கண்ணியமாய் செய்வதில் இருக்கிறது என் சுதந்திரம். எனக்கு சம உரிமை பெறுவதல்ல என் சுதந்திரம். எனக்கு மட்டும் சம உரிமை பெறுவதல்ல என் சுதந்திரம். என்னை சார்ந்த அனைவருக்கும் சம உரிமையை பெற்றுத் தருவதில் இருக்கிறது என் சுதந்திரம். சகலமும் தெரிந்து கொள்வதில் இல்லை என் சுதந்திரம். சகலமும் தெரிந்து கொள்வதில் இல்லை என் சுதந்திரம். சகலமும் தெரிந்து கொண்டு மற்றவருக்கும் சகாயப்படுத்துவதில் தான் இருக்கிறது என் சுதந்திரம். இறுதியில் சுயமாய் சிந்திக்கும் மந்திரமும், சிந்தித்ததை துணிச்சலாய் செயல்படுத்தும் தந்திரமுமே என் சுதந்திரம். நன்றி.